Welcome to today's episode, Toilets to Titles, Bathroom Breaks. My name is Rich Gonzalez, your neighborhood friendly Frito Bandito, and today I'm going to be going over just fantasy football polls that people post on Twitter through the community, and kind of going over it, who posted it, and just giving my thinking of where I would go with it, and give me your thoughts and takes in the chat, and let me know what you think. But before I get started, make sure you follow me at rgonzalezrm. You can follow me at Toilets to Titles, and you can follow the rest of the crew from Toilets to Titles down below. And if you like what we're dropping, go follow us on YouTube. Give us a follow. Hit the like button and subscribe. The more we get, the better we grow. And it's just all love here. So before we get started, let me bring to you today's episode is brought to you by Primetime Sports Talk, your top source for all major sports content, including DFS, fantasy advice, great gambling tips. Be sure to head to primetimesportstalk.com to check out their in-depth analysis, exclusive articles, fascinating interviews, and explore the rest of their amazing podcast family. Again, primetimesportstalk.com, your go-to spot for sports talk. Alright, so let's get started here. So, I was actually going through Twitter. I mean, I do this every day and stuff, so when I got free time at work or when I'm at home just sitting down relaxing, I go through Twitter and I'm scrolling through all the handles and everything, and when the polls pop up, I give my response to it. And, it's funny because when you're doing that, in your head, you're kind of talking and stuff about it, like which way you would go and why, if you're in the majority or if you're in the minority. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up the first one. First one is going to be brought to us by Jared Brewington. His handle is OMG_it's_JBrew. And hypothetically trade I'm toying with. Just won the chip and looking to get younger at receiver. Potential trades I can make. Which side would you take? 12-team Superflex PPR. His team looks like he already has at running back Swift, Jacobs, Devontae, and Cohen. At receiver, he has Adams, A-Rob, Cooper, and Judy. And also has Campbell, Cooks, and Gallup. The poll is A, Swift and Adams, B, Kamara and Godwin. So he's wanting to get younger based off of the championship he won. Swift and Adams, yes, he got a younger running back. Adams a little bit more tenure, but still a stud. To me, he is top 3 receiver in the league, and I don't see that changing with Rodgers being there for the next 3-4 years. So, although Swift is young, Adams is a senior vet. The other side of the pool is Kamara and Godwin. Both still, I mean, if you want to say 4 years, still young to me and stuff like that, but based off the pool, 92% Swift and Adams compared to 8% of Kamara and Godwin. Now, I actually picked the Swift and Adams side just because of the fact that the Lions have set them up to where it looks like Swift is going to be the main guy. They drafted some linemen and everything, and they're going to protect Golf back there, so I think they're going to run the ball more. So I kind of like that, and I think he's going to get tons of touches. And then, like I said, Adams, you can't go wrong with him being a top 3 receiver. So my professional opinion, which isn't much, is I'm going with Swift and Adams. Jared, thanks for dropping this, and thank you for letting me talk about this on there. And once again, at OMG_it's at JBrew on Twitter. Give him a follow. He followed us on at Toilets to Title, so give him a follow, and hey, thanks a lot again, man. So let's go on to the next one. Next one, assuming the top 5 assuming the top 5 are running backs, CMC, Cook, Kamara, Barkley, and Henry are all taken. Who are you taking at the 1.06 and a half point PPR redraft? So, due to the fact that it's a half point PPR and a redraft, you kind of think a little bit different and everything. So, his choices are Ezekiel Elliott, Travis Kelce, Devontae Adams with Rodgers, assuming he's still there, not traded off to Denver or somebody like that. And then last one is Jonathan Taylor. Now, due to the fact that it's a half point PPR, First of all, that rules out Travis Kelce and Devontae Adams for me. Yeah, you're still getting a half point, but it ain't that full PPR system setup that you normally have. So now it comes down to Ezekiel Elliott and Jonathan Taylor. Now this is a redraft. So initially in a redraft, I think I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor here. That is who I picked. It was 54% of the polls. Jonathan Taylor, young, hungry. Ezekiel, man, I don't know if you guys have seen some of these videos coming out on Twitter. Man, he looks thin, he looks lean, he looks like he's hungry, cutting left and right, spinning, juking and stuff like that, and looks good, looks real good. But, man, I just have to go with Jonathan Taylor. Young stud, ready just to take it to that next level after his rookie season last year. Starting out slow out of the gate, but finishing real strong. So, in my take there, I'm going to have to go with Jonathan Taylor. But, great question. Alright, let's go to the next one. Next one is going to be who will have the best fantasy season in 2021 among these 4 running backs that we expect to have a big workload. So, options are Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Najee Harris, and Cam Akers. So, initially, there was actually 1,342 votes posted on this one right here. Joe Mixon got 34%, Montgomery got 10%, Najee Harris got 20%, and Cam Akers got 37%. So, right now, it looks like Cam Akers got the highest vote and everything, but if you ask me and stuff like that, look, they brought in Matt Stafford. Cam Akers looked great at the end of last year as they were working through all their running back by committee and ended up taking the head of the horse towards the end of the season. But they brought in Matthew Stafford, and I feel like they're going to throw the ball more than they run. Now, obviously, they're going to run, but with them bringing in Matt Stafford and the coach, just the way he kind of schemes and everything, I really think that they're going to throw the ball more than anything. Now, it's probably going to be 50-50, but I still think it's going to be more of a throwing offense. So that kind of takes me away from Cam Akers. Even though he had the highest poll, knowing that they're going to throw more, I just feel like he's not the pick for me. Now, Joe Mixon was the next person in line at 34%. So Burrow's coming back from injury. I feel like out the gate, they're going to want to limit to who he's throwing, how much he's throwing. So they're going to run, hammer that ball with Joe Mixon. He has no threat as far as anybody backing him up that's really going to take a significant load from him. But Joe Mixon injury history. So it's kind of hard to really pick them because if they start out the gate just hammering that ball, that's going to wear Mixon down. Now, they're saying he's 100% ready to go, ready to take on that full workload. But you know what? They drafted Chase. They got Higgins. They got Boyd. Once Burrow gets his feet underneath him and stuff like that, I think they're going to start throwing the ball more towards the end of the season to keep up in some of these games. But starting out, they're just going to hammer with Mixon, ball. So, even though that's at 30%, still ain't who I'm going to pick. Who I am picking is Najee Harris, rookie, coming in. Kind of reminds you of Le'Veon Bell with Pittsburgh and stuff like that. And, look, Roethlisberger, he's getting old. Injuries, gets beat up and everything, so I feel like they're going to want to protect him more. They got a good 3 receiving core. They got 2 great tight ends. I mean, I don't want to say great. Ebron, hey, look, he's going to be serviceable. They just drafted the rookie Freiermuth. It's going to take him time to get adjusted to the NFL, so he's going to slowly come along, but I do think he's going to be one of those tight ends that kind of excels towards the last 3 games of the year and maybe set himself up for more opportunity next year. But with that being said, I think Harris is going to be, they're just going to hammer, he's young, they're going to hammer the ball with him, and I think I can see this being an all-year thing and stuff like that. So for me, my pick is Harris. I really think that's who they're going to lean in more and just keep Roethlisberger healthy, not get him wore down early in the season, because like last year they started out strong. I think what were they 11-0 before they went on that little losing streak. So I think they're going to want to take it, just give the ball to Harris, let him take most of the opportunity and stuff like that to make sure that they're ready for the playoff run. So let's go to the next one here. I think I got a couple more that I'm going to go over. Here's a simple one. Dynasty startup, half point PPR. Hopkins, Thomas, or Ja'Marr Chase. To me, it ain't even a question. Hopkins. Ja'Marr Chase, yes, he's a rookie. He's going to be a star in this league. But like I said, I think they're going to start out slow with Burrow getting his feet underneath him. So they'll be running the ball more and everything. So I can see that limiting Chase from the gate. He's still going to get his opportunities. Still probably going to get 10 targets. But Thomas, look, we don't know what's going to happen with the QB. Is it Winston? Is it Hill? Now, yeah, he's going to be one of those leaders up on the board like they do every year. You know, he had a down year with injuries and everything. So I feel like he has the opportunity to grow this year over last year, obviously. But to me, DeAndre Hopkins, I think this is the year he gets back up on that top where he's either the number 1 or the number 2 receiver. They brought in some other receivers that, you know, they've done a little bit at Arizona to where maybe not so much focus all your attention on Hopkins. Yeah, they brought in Green. He ain't going to take too much of it. But they also did get that rookie receiver from this draft. So it's going to take him time to get involved. But to me, I honestly believe Hopkins is going to be the number 1 receiver there. So my choice there would be DeAndre Hopkins. Here's another one from Alex O on Twitter. You can follow him at AlexO_FF. He had a real simple one, but something I wanted to kind of go over. 14-team PPR Superflex rebuild. Adams and Mostert, or Gibson and the 1.10 in this year's rookie draft. To me, that's simple. Gibson and the 1.110. Gibson is an upcoming rising star with Washington. Had an awesome season last year as a rookie. Not to mention, you know, also for a rebuild and everything, you're also getting a pick in the first round. Depending on if it's just a straight rookie or Devy. If it's a straight rookie draft, non-Devy, I can see you got tons of options there at the 1.10 and everything. With it being Superflex, obviously it probably ain't going to be a QB. So you got a good opportunity at getting one of the top 3 receivers. You got, you know, Harris. You got, slipping my mind, Etienne, and like I said, Pitt might be there, which he shouldn't be there, but if he is there, I would take him too. So you really have a good shot at getting a good, solid core for rebuilding, especially having Gibson. You know, Mostert, I don't even think he might, you know, he'll be there, but he ain't going to be there long term. They just drafted Trey Sermon, so the only bright side about that side of the pool is Adams and everything. So me, easily is Gibson in the 1.10. Now, based off the results, Gibson in the 1.10 got 73%. Adams and Mostert got 27%. So, easy landslide for me. That's who I'm going with. Once again, Alex, thank you, man. You can follow him at AlexO_FF. Thanks for that poll. And with the last one, I'm going to end it on a non-topic fantasy football. So, what do we order off Uber Eats tonight? Are we going Taco Bell, chicken wing, Chipotle, or other? Now, if I was asking my son this, he'd probably say Chipotle. So, I think I'm going to go with that choice today. Just a little bit more healthier than Taco Bell, I believe. Chicken wings, you can't ever go wrong with chicken wings. But tonight, I think through Uber, I am calling them, and I'm having them bringing me some Chipotle. So that is the questions I went over today. Just kind of scrolling through. Once again, follow me at R Gonzalez RM. Follow the crew at Toilets to Titles, and the rest of the crew that's scrolling across the bottom. Once again, hit the like button and subscribe. And that will be all for today with Toilets to Titles Bathroom Break.